Well, to implement this progress bar, I'll add a new component. I'll name it header.view. So the file is named header.view, and in there I want to set up this component. I'll copy in a prepared template, which you find attached to this file. It's basically the normal Bootstrap progress bar, so you can also head over to getbootstrap.com and fetch it there. This is the progress bar without any content though. The state of the progress bar is controlled by controlling the width of it. You will see this in a second. Now, with this progress bar set up, I can go back to my app.view file, and here I want to import this. So here I will import my header and add a new component, app header, which uses this imported header. And then in the view here, I can simply add app header like this. Now, for this to look good, I also should give this a class of row here, though, and also wrap this in a div spanning the full width. So let me quickly do that. Add this, and now let's simply save this. And we see the progress bar, though it's empty, of course, because as I said, we have to adjust the width of this inner div here to control how far this progress bar has moved. Now, we don't have any width set up right now, so we don't see any change therefore. Now, let's change this. To set the progress, I'll add my script part to the single file, where I export my default object here, this view instance. And I'll set up my props, and I want to get two props, the quote count and the maximum number of quotes, max quotes. I'll take care about passing this information pieces in a second. I first want to use it. I want to output some text in the progress bar, the number of quotes. To do so, I will simply output the quote count and then also the maximum number of quotes. Now notice this slash here is not dividing that. That's no operation, no arithmetic operation. We do have two different pieces of string interpolation. That's just some text which will be displayed so that we see 5 of 10, for example. I also need to set the width, and I will do this on a new line so that we can clearly see this. I will bind to the style attribute with :style. We learned this earlier too. And here I want to dynamically set the width. So the width property of this, or the width style of this div. How do I set this? Well, I want to calculate the quote count divided by the maximum number of quotes. So if we have 5 quotes and the maximum is 10, that would be 0.5. So I have to multiply it with 100 to have 50. And then I need to express this in percentages or in percent. So I need to add +%. This will convert it to a string and attach percent, the percentage sign at the end, so that in the end this will result as to a style of width and then let's say 50% in the case of 5 items. This is what will result from this binding. Now I need to make sure that both quote count and maximum quotes gets passed correctly.